Today, I want to talk about not just how to manifest, but more about why people stay stuck, why, if you are consciously trying to create different and better in your world, why it's not happening, right? For me, I've always been super fascinated by people, why people do the things that they do. I love researching and learning about cults and people that commit serious crimes, people that go deep into religion. I was watching this documentary about like a prison guard that fell in love with one of the prisoners and helped him escape, like these types of things. I just find people fascinating. And that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy the work that I do in helping people learn to manifest, learn to create different and better and to receive more while doing less. Because almost always, not even almost always, always, what is happening is you are preventing yourself from receiving what it is that you want. And it can show up in a lot of different ways, but it almost always boils down to your mindset and the way that you are viewing yourself, the identity that you have taken on. There's many different pathways that this can show up or the work that can be done. And what it boils down to is it's like, how did you come to believe what you believe? Why do you believe that receiving money is hard? Why do you believe that um, like one of them, they're showing me like different examples to use, and I see like a big one that I see, especially online, is like no good men exist or dating is hard, right? Like there's all of these beliefs that are being spread about, and if you choose to believe those things, then that's what you're going to experience, right? Different ways that this shows up, or different ways that I've um, really spent time researching, going, into the rabbit holes, if you will, is like, for example, why does somebody join a cult? And, there's a lot of different cult-like mentalities out there that aren't necessarily like a tangible group, right? I think that a lot of fitness influencers create kind of cult-like followings. I think even manifestation coaches can do this, where it's like, they believe in what they are doing is the only way. And it's like, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they believe, but that's what they push, right? That their way of doing things is the only way to do things. And they get people on board with that. And then they will have results because they believe that this other person has all the answers, right? And for a long time, I rebelled against this because I could see that that's not necessarily the way to go, right? Like believing that somebody else has all the answers for you in your life is not great. And it can actually cause a lot of harm because we're all individuals. We all have our own ways of thinking and moving throughout the world and our own experiences and our own lived experiences with all the varying influences on our lives, right? Like we've all had different childhoods, we've all had different early adulthoods, we've all had different circumstances and things that have happened. And in this moment, the big piece is, how do you view yourself in the world? How do you view your circumstances? How do you see yourself, right? Do you see yourself as somebody that doesn't have the answers? If you view yourself as somebody that doesn't have the answers, can't figure it out, you're going to be more inclined to join a cult, for example. And when you're on the outside of it looking in, I think that it's much more clear to see what is happening than if you're going through it, right? And that's one of the reasons that I love this work is because when you're in it, when you're in your stories and you're in, oh, it'll happen for you, but it won't happen, it can't happen for me, or these circumstances are dictating that it's not working for me. Right when you're in it, it can be really hard to see the patterns, the beliefs, the identity shifts or the identity that you've taken on is actually creating what is happening outside of you. And I boil this all down to speaking about manifestation because at the end of the day, what is it that you want? Almost everyone is going to say they want more money. Okay. So that's like the easiest thing to focus on, right? If you shift your identity, if you shift how you view yourself, if you shift in micro moments your response and your reactions to be somebody that you actually want to be, that is how you manifest, that is how you shift your reality, that is how things change for you. But what happens is we have all of these mindset beliefs, and they're saying like generational beliefs, all of these different things that come into play. And when you're living on autopilot, it can be really, really difficult to kind of sort through what is happening. And all of this to say is, well, for one thing, it's not your fault. And for another thing, you can change this. And this is the work, right? Because if you, like me, are somebody that likes to watch crime shows or likes to watch or learn about, read about, research the way, not just what people do, but the why that they do them, and then use that in your own life where it's like, okay, so why am I doing this? Why, if I say that I want love, the moment that somebody gets close, why do I shut down? Why do I sabotage? Why am I anxiously waiting for somebody's text? It's like with money, why am I looking at every bill that goes out as, I'm being sliced open, right? Like all of these beliefs. Why? Why is that happening? And it's not that you have to look at it this way. It's just for me and my own experience and for a lot of my clients, like it feels really good to look at where did it come from, why, and then to go a step below that and heal and grow and have the ability to see yourself differently. And for me, the point isn't even to receive more money. For me, the point is to feel at peace and to feel joy and to feel supported and to feel like I can relax and receive at the same time, right? And so it's less about why am I doing this and more about like where in my brain, where in my subconscious, where in my being am I pushing this away? Why am I doing this? Not why, like to shame myself, but more, oh, I'm seeing myself as somebody that doesn't get what I want. Oh, okay, so now I can shift that. It's truly not that you're lazy or unmotivated. It's like we're all reacting to our circumstances. We're acting in a way that truly would make perfect sense on the reality that is happening outside of us, and then taking it a step further and knowing like you can also shift this because it's not about what's happening outside of you. It's about what's happening inside of you. And if you can learn to overcome, shift the beliefs, shift the mindset, shift the deeply held resistance that you have to receiving what it is that you want, resistance to seeing things differently, and then especially when you have somebody in your corner that can be like, "Oh, you're doing that thing again." And then shifting into, "Oh, oh, I see. I am gonna choose to see myself as somebody that gets to receive while resting. I choose to see myself as a woman who gets what she wants." And for me, it's like knowing that it's the highest good for everybody involved when it involves other people, right? It's just not about manifestation, even. It is about feeling better. It is about feeling alive. It is about feeling safe and supported and secure and stable and joyful and abundant and just all of the things in every moment, and knowing that you truly don't have to do more to receive more. I hope that this is all landing in the way that it needs to, because there's more to life than living in autopilot and struggling and feeling like you have to burn yourself out in order to receive what it is that you want or in order to have what it is that you want. And Also knowing that you can dream bigger. Things can be better than you could ever imagine. And it starts from within. It starts from within. It starts from instead of taking a microscope to what is happening outside of you, taking a microscope to what's happening inside of you. And it is so against what we're taught and how we're taught to be in the world. And also, it is I was gonna say it's the secret that unlocks everything that you actually want. And this is the work that we do in my world. And if you are looking for a mentor, if you are looking for a place to come and not feel alone, to feel like somebody sees you and somebody that gets you and somebody that understands that you're tired of carrying it all alone, then this is the world for you. And I would love to hear from you in the comments below. And also, you can send me a DM, the word ready, and we can talk more about what it would look like inside my world.